Big story today. It actually broke last night. Victoria Alonso, who we've talked about a couple of times now on the channel. Big person at Marvel. Well, was a big person at Marvel because she got fired. I think quite a bit of the stuff that you've seen in Phase 4 that's been awful, I think a lot of it was guided by her. She was quite outspoken on representation and particularly women and having them be more of a central thing at Marvel, which has been very obvious. I mean, look at the way that some of these movies have presented themselves, like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's funny that that movie's called Doctor Strange because it's a complete bait and switch. I would call it more of an America Chavez story than a Doctor Strange story. And then, of course, there was Wanda, who's the hero of the movie at the end because she saves herself. Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor had to share his own movie with Jane Foster. They're taking all these modern Marvel comics that fans have absolutely hated and moving those to the forefront of the MCU is a mistake. And while she's not totally to blame, I think she shares some of it. It'll be interesting to see where the later part of Phase 5 goes and 6 now that she's gone. Will there be an improvement? Kevin Feige's quite woke himself, too, so it's tough to say. But I do think that she had a big part in a lot of the shit going on. But she's fired. Now, there was a lot of stuff that came out 2 days ago saying that she was fired for working out of her contract because she worked on Argentina 1855, I think it's called. No, 1985. That's not a Disney movie. And Disney's claiming she got fired for promoting that movie instead of their stuff, and she's not supposed to do that, and that went outside of her contract. I think they really wanted to get rid of her, and they were trying to find a reason why, and they got her. They fired her. Because usually, if you're not trying to get rid of somebody, something like that, you might get reprimanded, but you wouldn't get fired straight up. Especially someone like her, who is basically a Kathleen Kennedy light. She doesn't quite have as much power as Kathleen Kennedy. If she did, she'd probably be doing a lot of the same shit that woman is doing to Star Wars. So they got rid of her. And one of the interesting things that I noted in my previous video is it took a gang of people to fire her. It was like a meeting at the Legion of Doom. You had HR, lawyers, executives, all of them in there, making sure they got their story straight and that they had good reason to fire her. And they fired her. Well, now she's out there trying to burn down Disney. You can't get rid of a woman like this and expect them to just walk away. This was one of the top women in Hollywood. Constantly cited in the top 100. Victoria Alonso attorney blasts ridiculous claim she was fired over Argentina in 1985. Says executive was silenced by Disney. Why did they say that? Well, it goes back to the parental rights bill in Florida. She was very outspoken about it, called out Bob Chapek publicly, which is a no-no. He's not there anymore. He got fired too, but that's still going a little bit above your head. Now, it appears that it's at that point that they wanted to get rid of her. And they finally found a reason. There's some interesting stuff in here. I wonder if because she's got an attorney now, she's putting out statements. I wonder if she's going to sue them for wrongful termination. That's something that I'm I'm wondering if she's going to do. Now, nothing in this says she's going to do that. But they do say, oh, she's got more to share. There's a lot more to this story, and Victoria will be telling it shortly in one form or another. So she's not done. She's not done. She's not done. She's going to keep going. She is mad. She lost a lot of power. She doesn't have power anymore. These people are addicted to power. I always loved this a quote by Abraham Lincoln. If you want to test the measure of a man, give him power. You see what these people do the moment they get it. So let's go over this. Here's her statement from the lawyer. The idea that Disney both knew and approved her ability to work on Argentina in 1985, then say that they have cause to fire her over an interview or two in support of the film seems crazy, said one former Disney film executive. The idea that Victoria was fired over a handful of press interviews relating to a personal passion project about human rights and democracy that was nominated for an Oscar, and which she got Disney's blessing to work on, is absolutely ridiculous. Victoria, a gay Latina who had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced. You notice how they put that in there? You got to put the identity stuff in there. It's important in modern Hollywood and in modern woke journalism. Then she was terminated when she refused to do something she believed was reprehensible. Disney and Marvel made a really poor decision that will have serious consequences. There is a lot more to this story, and Victoria will be telling it shortly in one forum or another. That is the big one. It's going to have serious consequences, and that's what makes me think she's going to sue their asses. I love it. Eat each other up. Eat them up. Now I'm kind of rooting for her because I like seeing Disney take hits, because Disney needs a big punch to the face to try to get them back on the right direction. Multiple hits like this definitely hurt them. So here's a little bit more. In a statement sent to Variety after this story had published, a Disney spokesperson called the comments by Glazer unfortunate. And they said it's unfortunate that Victoria is sharing a narrative that leaves out several key factors concerning her departure, including an indisputable breach of contract and a direct violation of company policy. We will continue to wish her the best for the future and thank her for her numerous contributions to the studio. Another thing in here is they talk about how she was asked to no longer be a spokesperson. She was told she could never do press again for Marvel after she came out against Bob Chapek. I don't know if that changed after he left or not. I don't know. But, yeah, this is going to heat up. This is going to be a big, big story, I think, over the next year. I do think that serious consequences line, I think that they're going to sue Disney, which is going to be an impossible task because they have a team of lawyers that probably, someone like me and you could never afford. A team of them, too, probably. They will go to court. I would imagine they'll try to settle, but we'll see. Maybe she'll drag it out. I think for a woman like this, the money doesn't matter as much as the clout and the publicity. So she'll definitely want to take it. Look forward to the media taking her side, too, big time, and digging on Marvel because they fired a gay Latina and a woman. A Latina, that is Latina. Latino, so never mind. A lot of identity there that I think that they are going to weaponize and demonize Disney, which I think is hilarious. So buckle up. This is about to get really interesting, and it's going to get quite bumpy. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.